Please welcome Atlassian Head of Product Management, IT Solutions, Edwin Wong.
Thank you. Welcome to the ITSM Super Session. I'm super thrilled to be here today to share the latest in our quest to end BS. BSM, for bad service management. Now, BSM is a horrible affliction that has plagued enterprises for years. And it flares up when your dev, your operations, and your business teams work in silos, making it impossible for you to deliver amazing service experiences. Now, what are some of the symptoms of this horrible, horrible illness? Well, firstly, you start with nausea from all this clunky, ugly, outdated experiences that you have for your employees. Then you get irritable teammates at each other's throats from all your disconnected teams. Eventually, it's going to lead to some pretty serious paralysis and death when your systems just don't scale with adoption. Pretty awful stuff, huh? Well, over the last year, our teams have been on a mission to help our customers make the switch from legacy ITSM to Jira Service Management. And a year in, we've received thousands of letters from our customers writing to tell us how Jira Service Management has really transformed their lives in, let's just say, some extraordinary and wild ways. Let's give it a watch.
Hi everybody. As many of you know, last year we set out on a mission to rid the world of BSM. In the time since, we've helped thousands of customers around the world switch to Jira Service Management. Without BSM slowing them down, teams are free to work better together and deliver exceptional service experiences. They're so grateful. We actually get lots of fan mail. Dear Scott, budgets have been so balanced. JSM has made us so efficient. Jira Service Management has made our team bond so strongly. We all got matching nose piercings and chained them together. And now we're all very scared to sneeze. Love the product, keep it up. Dear Atlassian HQ, the different teams in our office are working so well together that we feel invincible. Yesterday we cheered each other on, saying who could bench the vending machine over their head. Cheryl shattered her pelvis and we had to stop. But it was great to see what we could accomplish together. Ever since we started using Jira Service Management, our dev, IT, and business teams have been so connected, almost like too connected if you think about it. Sometimes I'm like, should I know what Ryan from HR's hair smells like? JSM has given my team the belief we can do anything, so we started conducting seances to raise the dead in the hopes of starting the first ever Netherworld Fight Club. What have I done? Jira Service Management has made us so efficient that I'm 75 years ahead of schedule. So I decided to cryo-freeze my head in order to come back in the distant future when I'll have something to do. That's crazy. Back in a moment. We certainly appreciate all of your colourful enthusiasm for Jira Service Management. If you're watching and you'd like to get rid of BSM at your organisation, head on over to endbsmnow.com and make the switch today. Happy servicing, everyone. I really need to get someone to do this for me.
Woo! That always cracks me up. Well, I'm proud to share that we now have over 50,000 customers who rely on Jira Service Management every day, and that leading analysts have placed us as leaders in their respective evaluations. But perhaps most important of all is that our customers, many of you here, right, are telling us how you love the fact that Atlassian can uniquely put dev, IT, and business teams onto a single platform that really allows you to deliver amazing service experiences at high velocity. Now, despite all this progress that we're seeing, all this momentum, I still think we're a long way away from really eradicating this horrible disease. So for the last year, our product teams have really been hard at work developing a whole new approach to spotlighting BSM as it happens and alert our customers to when Jira Service Management can really come and help. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the crowning achievement of our product innovation team. Just like the bat signal is used to call on Batman in times of need, the bad signal here will call on Jira Service Management when BSM lurks. Now, in fact, you may have already seen some of our public service announcements at the airport when you came to the conference, or maybe on your way home. Now, jokes aside, our teams have really been hard at work continuing to innovate in our product so that your support and operations teams can really come together to deliver amazing service experiences at scale, to reimagine your IT operations in a digital-centric world, and to scale your service management across your enterprises. Let me start with what we're doing to help your teams deliver exceptional employee support. And when we think about support use cases, we typically think of both ends of the interaction. For your employees, how we can help you quickly ask and receive answers to your questions. And for your agents who are fielding those requests, how we can help you work more effectively. Now, if we start from the perspective of employees, let me show you how we've used AI to really take self-service to that next level. Now, think back for a second to when you had a relatively simple question, right? Maybe it's your first day on your job, or maybe it was last week, right? How easy was it to actually get an answer, right? Questions like, I can't connect to the network, or hey, the internet is down, or hey, what's the meaning of life? Okay, maybe not that last one. But you get my drift, right? Finding answers to some seemingly simple problems could be quite hard. How do you know where to go, right? Who can even help you out here? It's not good, right? Fortunately, we've got a solve for that. As Scott talked about in the keynote yesterday, our vision is to leverage the power of AI to help route your requests to the right teams or the right tools to help you get your answers quickly, without you ever needing to know where that work is actually being done. So whether you go to the company intranet or a service desk portal, or maybe a collaboration tool like Slack or Teams, you should be able to get your questions answered quickly and painlessly. So from any channel, you get the same experience with the same context and understanding of who you are. Let's walk through a real example of how this works in Jira Service Management. Now, I'm usually based in Sydney, Australia, but after this conference, I'm going to swing by the San Francisco office. And I want to make sure that my office badge is going to work to let me into the building. Where do you go for this sort of stuff, right? Well, fortunately, I know we have a service desk, so that's what I'll do. I'll come to the service desk. And it's got a box here that tells me you could ask any question you want, so I'll do that. This is where the magic begins. What's cool here is that I'm not really typing in search terms or looking for a document. I'm just asking my question as if I was talking to a real human being. And our AI-powered virtual agent is going to understand me, right, irrespective of what words I actually use, so semantic meaning. And it's actually going to go through the relevant documents in my intranet, on my self-help guides, on my FAQ, to find the answer that I need, and it's going to come back to me as if a real human being would. So it saves me all that time trawling through different links just to find the answer that I need. Let's try another example. Right? I want to take some leave at the end of the year because I want to take a ski trip with my kids, to see the snow. Again, here I'll ask my virtual agents, hey, how much leave can I take, all right? And I get a response just like that. Now here's where it's really cool if you look at the answer. With Rovo powering the search in the back end, the virtual agent can actually piece together information not just from your knowledge base or your service desk, but also from third-party systems as well. So in this example, it's actually pulling from policy information on Google Drive. It's actually pulling your leave status from Workday, and it's even giving me a handy link to raise those requests. So I can find this answer really easily without me fighting 3 different systems just to sort my leave out. Pretty neat, huh? Now with AI, I think a lot of problems are going to be solved via self-service. But for those things that do make it to a human agent, let's see what we're doing to help them work more effectively. Now, one thing is clear. As AI takes a lot of that self-service, what's going to happen with the request that goes to the agents is that they're going to get more complex in nature. And when you have complex things, it invariably means more back and forth to understand. And if you have globally distributed teams, then it's going to get even more challenging. You're going to have team members doing handoffs over different time zones. You're going to have to go through pages and pages of history of the request just to know what's going on. Alternatively, you can just run around in circles, trying the same solution time and time again. Spare thought for the poor employee on the other end who's being asked, have you tried a restart for the 5th time in a row? Not good, right? Here's where AI-powered summaries in Jira Service Management really can help. With the click of a button, you can now get a really concise summary of the whole history of the request, including knowledge base articles that have already been shared and solutions that have already been tried. So it really cuts down on that back and forth and helps you fast track to resolution. Now, beyond summarizing, AI can also help you be more productive by surfacing key recommendations that could help you finding the right answer. In this example, it could surface the policies that could be applicable to this request, or maybe the SMEs who could help you solve your problem, or even just which steps you should take next in order to move towards a resolution. And when it comes time to respond, AI can also craft the response for you. After all, it's already got the full context of the whole request, so it makes it so much easier for you to get a real professional, well-written response. In fact, you might not need to do a single thing. So far, I've talked about using AI to help you solve individual requests. But I also think that AI can be used to help when you have a big volume of requests landing at your front door. I'm proud to announce our auto triage capability, which always ensures that you're really optimizing the way you are assigning the tickets to your whole team. So in the queue here, you now get an option to auto-assign the requests. And in a couple of clicks, you'll be able to automatically assign these out based on criteria like location, priority, or expertise. Now, on the topic of queues, one thing that I've learned from many of our customers is how much queues are used to help with the organization of your work, right? There are queues for everything. Different teams, different locations, different departments, different VIPs, and what they need, right? But it takes time and effort to set up and maintain those queues. How awesome would it be if, well, these just set themselves up? Well, now you can with our new queue optimization feature that we're also announcing today. AI will suggest to you the creation of new queues based on commonly used search filters. Here, for example, your teams might always be grouping by the geographic regions that those requests are raised. So it will do that. It will suggest to you to create queues based on those regions. Similarly, it can also suggest to you new request types to be created based on patterns identified in past requests. So you can smartly categorize those incoming requests for the future. Now you can see from all the requests and all the features that we're shipping here that there's a pattern, right? And we're not just helping you use AI to resolve requests faster, but also helping you configure, maintain, and improve your overall setup. And this leads me to my personal favorite innovation that we're announcing today, instant service desks. As many of you know, Jira Service Management already ships with a whole host of different templates, for different teams, right? HR teams, marketing teams, finance teams. So you can really get started quickly and easily. But now with AI, we've made that step even more streamlined and simple. Say I'm an HR team, I'm on the HR team, and I want to create a service desk for onboarding and offboarding requests for employees. All I have to do is now come to this configurator and in a simple sentence or simple phrase, type out what I was trying to do with the service desk. And AI will literally do the rest for me. It will build my service desk with the right workflows, the right request types, the right forms, and the right fields. So really, I can get a service desk in an instant. So as you can see, we're bringing a lot of cool new AI innovations to help your organization deliver great employee support. In fact, many of our customers already tell us that we have had amazing results with AI and Jira Service Management. For example, FanDuel Group has actually told us that they've been able to cut down the number of support tickets that require human intervention by a whopping 85%. And Over Energy resolves 23% of all support requests in the first response within 5 seconds. And our very own Atlassian IT has cut the time to resolve issues by a whopping 96%. All the meanwhile, keeping CSAT at a consistent 4.5 out of 5. These are pretty impressive results, right? So that was just a pretty quick tour of all the innovations that we're shipping to help your organization deliver amazing employee support. Now, let's look at some of the advancements that we've made to help IT operations reimagine themselves in a digital-centric world. And to step you through those advancements, please join me in welcoming to the stage my good friend, Amita.
Thanks, Edwin. It's great to be here today. Let's dive right in. Let's look at what we're doing to help your dev and ops teams come together to deliver great products and services fast, starting with our investments in change management. Think about it. For those of you in development, how often does it feel like you're stuck in some kind of ticket jail when it comes to getting even the simplest of changes through to production? Well, you request a change of IT ops, and you wait. You're asked to provide more information to them, and you go back and forth, and you wait some more. The end result isn't great, right? There's friction, and your organization just can't respond to business changes fast enough. Not good, right? You're getting the picture now. Let's show you what we're doing to help you bring your dev and ops teams together to speed changes through. First up, we've invested in DevSecOps integrations with Jira. How does that help? Now your dev teams get a full list of all the vulnerabilities affecting their sprint right within Jira. They can also set up automation rules. So tasks are automatically created to address these vulnerabilities before they deploy a change. That significantly reduces risk. Second, thanks to the integration between Jira Service Management and popular CI/CD tools like Bitbucket, Jenkins, Circle CI, Octopus Deploy, GitHub, GitLab, long list there. A change request is automatically created in Jira Service Management without your devs having to leave their favorite CI/CD tools. The risk is automatically assessed by the risk assessment engine in Jira Service Management. Low-risk changes are auto-approved and deployed. Medium-risk changes are made to soak first. So if no incidents occur in a set period of time, it gets pushed to production. And high-risk changes are routed to the right teams for review and approval before they get deployed. The beauty of this, your IT ops teams have a full record of all the changes going through. And your dev teams get notified of progress wherever they are. It could be in their CI/CD tool or in the new release hub in Jira. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Incidents happen, right? But when they do, every second counts. If you're on legacy ITSM, chances are your dev and ops teams are going to have to swivel chair to another incident response tool, and that's precious time lost. Not good, right? Well, we've got a ton of innovation that will help your dev and ops teams come together to respond to incidents faster. First up, we've invested in a new incident response experience right within, you'll get it within both your favorite dev tool as well as your ops tools, Compass and Jira Service Management. Your dev teams will see all the alerts and on-call schedules right within Compass, and your IT ops teams will see the same information and can resolve incidents right from within Jira Service Management. The same great functionality that was in Ops Genie, now in both Compass and JSM at no additional cost. Second, we're introducing new AI ops capabilities. Atlassian Intelligence will help you group similar alerts, so your teams can focus on the highest priority groups. It will even recommend next steps in SMEs and surface potential root causes, runbooks, and KBs that might help you resolve that incident fast. Third, because this new incident management experience is built on the Atlassian platform, you can leverage the full power of automation. For example, you can use automation rules and timers and connectors to, say, third-party systems like Ansible. So, for example, it will automatically close out an alert or auto-generate an incident if it doesn't get resolved. And all of that is thanks to the power of the Atlassian platform. Another example of where Atlassian Intelligence can help, it can auto-populate an incident with suggested content from all of your alerts. Now, this speeds up incident creation when every second counts. More AI goodness? Well, Mike talked about Rovo in the keynote yesterday, right? Now your IT ops teams can create specialized agents, Rovo operations agents. Think of them as virtual teammates. Well, let's make this real. Let's look at an example. Now, as you can see on the screen, there's an incident happening, and there's also a lot of back and forth already. Your incident managers can now ask the Rovo agent, in this case, it's named Ops Guide, to go find relevant information that might help resolve this problem here. Now, because the Rovo agent understands context, it comes back with relevant runbooks that might help resolve this outage. Now, your incident managers can chat with this Rovo agent much like they would with any other teammate. Now, this is where I think the Rovo agent stands out. It's not just pulling information from your knowledge base in Jira Service Management. It can get relevant information from across the Atlassian platform, as well as third-party solutions. The majority of incidents are caused by failed changes, right? The Rovo agent is smart enough to come back with the most recent changes, as well as the folks who are responsible for those changes, the names of those folks. It helps you with getting that incident resolved pretty fast. I think that's pretty cool, right? OK, we've seen what we're doing to help your dev and ops teams come together to respond to changes and resolve incidents faster. Now let's look at what we're doing to help you scale service management across your enterprise. Now, as your organizations grow, your operations get more and more complex. You end up with more teams using different tools to store more and more assets and services. But without a full and accurate picture of all your critical assets, chances are you're putting your business at risk. Not good, right? What you need is a comprehensive approach to asset management. Now, as you know, with Compass and Jira Service Management, you get a fuller picture of your services. In fact, unlike traditional CMDBs, you not only get information about the critical infrastructure that your services run on, but you also get essential information from your dev tools that get you that full picture of everything that your service depends on. But it's not just about digital products and services, right? You've got to understand everything about your organization, all your assets, and that could range. We have customers who have tractors, from tractors to team members. Making good decisions, whether it's around incidents and changes like we talked about earlier, security and compliance, inventory, billing, planning, forecasting, all of this needs a full an accurate picture of all of your assets and services. That's why we acquired AirTrack. And we're thrilled to announce that these capabilities will soon be in the premium and enterprise editions of Jira Service Management. So how does it work? It comes with 30+ data connectors. So what does that mean for you? You do not have to standardize on a single data discovery tool. That's a huge deal. It's super simple to connect to data sources. It automatically aggregates and cleans data. But the real magic happens when you combine more and more data sources. Let's look at this example here. Now, as you can see on the screen, we're pulling information about computers from Microsoft SCCM, and we're combining it with information from an antivirus tool, MS Defender, and a compliance tool, Qualys. You can quickly see the hotspots emerge. Looks like there are a bunch of devices that haven't been enrolled in an antivirus and probably need immediate attention. You can easily remedy the situation by triggering automation rules. In this case, it auto-enrolls devices, and it reduces your risk exposure. Now, as your organization scales, you also have to have a good handle on how much it costs to run your services. How do you get that information? Well, thanks to Atlassian Analytics, you can now combine third-party data, like information from AWS, maybe it's your cloud operations information, along with budget data from Snowflake, and you combine that with asset and service-related information in Jira Service Management. So you get a better understanding of the overall cost and performance of your services. Well, let's kick it up a notch with Atlassian Intelligence. Now, you can use simple English to ask questions of your data. For example, you could type in, show me the number of incidents related to this asset. Atlassian Intelligence quickly auto-generates SQL queries, so you don't have to write code. And so you get great insights from your data really fast. Listen, we've heard you loud and clear. We know we have to continue to invest in capabilities that help you scale service management across your enterprise, and we're continuing to do that. And this includes support for 3 million asset objects in Jira Service Management, expanded data residency coverage, as you heard in the keynotes yesterday, support for SAML single sign-on for customer accounts, custom domains, BIOK encryption, HIPAA, and FedRAMP in the near future. There's a lot to get excited about. We've just looked at a ton of innovation over the last couple of years to help you deliver great service experience at scale. We're on a mission to help your organizations end bad service management for good, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way with some of our crazy cookie campaigns. But in all seriousness, I hope you go out and try our products and let us know how we can help you deliver better support across your organizations. From Edwin and myself, thank you for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of the conference.